Hi everyone. So this week, now that we're finishing up our Most Dangerous Game and talking about imagery, as we move into part 3, we're going to focus on theme. So let's go ahead and take a look at those notes. So moving forward to our table of contents, we're going to start by just looking at the basic definition of theme. So theme is really an insight about human life that the author reveals in their literary work. So you want to think about the central idea or the story's message about life, or even thinking, what is the author wanting you to learn and take away from the story? It's also kind of thought about like the moral of the story. What are you supposed to learn from it? Okay. Often when it comes to theme, it gets confused with topics. So we're going to go ahead and look at what's the difference. So a theme versus a topic. A theme is everything that we just covered from the previous slide. A theme is not a topic, subject, or simple idea. So when I ask you for a theme or a state test or a district test says, what's the theme of this story? You can't just give a 1 or 2 word idea. Love, survival, family, courage. That doesn't tell me a lesson from the story. However, these are a good starting point. Even when I create themes, I always start with a topic. What is the story about? And then I add to it. So those are good starting points. So we'll take a look at these topics and I will show you how to turn them into themes. So you change whatever that subject or topic that you come up with by adding the author's opinion into the mix. Because the author is the one writing the story. So what is the author's opinion about love? What is the author's opinion about courage? What is the author's opinion about survival? So just some examples that I made up. They didn't come from any story in particular, but if I'm looking at the topic of love, what am I saying about love? Love is the strongest force on earth and is necessary for happiness. That gives me the topic, but then what's being said about that topic? Courage. True courage is standing up for what is right, even when you are afraid. So I'm not just saying courage, what is being said about courage? What are we supposed to learn about courage? And then the last example here, survival. Some people will do almost anything to survive, even go against their own values. So again, I have that topic, but what is the opinion about that topic? Okay. And you can kind of see that topic can appear anywhere within your statement. So let's look at an example that you may be familiar with, Peter Pan. So when I'm thinking about the story Peter Pan, the story is all about growing up. I mean, Peter Pan himself is the boy who never grew up. So what am I trying to figure out about that topic? Well, if I go back to think about the story, we have Peter Pan who doesn't grow up. He goes on this adventure with Wendy and her brothers. And it's really over the course of the story that the idea that all children need to grow up eventually as a natural part of life. So at some point, everyone grows up and has to become an adult. Can't always stay a child and in that playful, adventurous, fun mood. So that's kind of highlighted through the story of Peter Pan. All right. So now that we have looked at our notes and the lesson over theme, we're going to do some practice.